Man, that right there is it's just a really good couple.
Big day today. The KOUKI is coming home. Just got a call from the tow truck driver. Seems like a great guy.
Yeah!
Man, can the RB just get in here already? Damn it. Alright, man, she's loaded up, we're on the way. I cannot wait to show you guys all the progress that we have done since the last update video, man. Car is literally gonna fire up in the next few days, so freaking stoked about that, man.
I'm thinking we put her right in here. Well, this is the first time this car has been in this driveway, so welcome. Also, I'm sure they missed each other, you know, two just great examples of the S-Chassis community are back together. And then we got way back there, we got old Reliable, just chilling, looking great. Man, it's been a while since I feel like you guys have seen this car. Well, first, just a quick, okay, you know what, hang on just a second. It's probably been a while since we've seen this car, and obviously because it just hasn't been on the channel. Now, this car has been getting worked on at RT Designs and Fabrication. My buddy Ross has been laying down those killer fabrication skills on this car. We're gonna go over the whole thing today. Today's gonna be like just a massive overview of the car because you guys have missed out on so much stuff. A lot of it is little stuff, but a lot of it probably is also big stuff, and just kind of a recap because it's been a while. And then the plan is, if you guys do not know, we're taking this car, we're going to Kentucky, and we're going to actually get this thing tuned up at Heltec, which is, it's the only Heltec location in the US, so that's gonna be awesome. Enough talking, guys. Let's go ahead and let's dive in. Let's pop the hood. I'm sure you guys have been just missing this thing. We're gonna go ahead and also maybe dive into a little more assembly and part of the build today as well. Get a few more things done. I got it just for safety. I zip tied it. It's latched but not fully locked in, if that makes sense. This setup gets me every single time. Like this right here is gold. So for those that are unfamiliar, sorry about the light, we're gonna have to deal with it kind of. The sun is just, bottom end is an RB30 built, obviously. Well, I don't know, obviously, but it is built. The head is an RB26 head. We got some 280 cams, real nice setup, some 1700cc injector dynamics, fuel injectors, have a real nice intake manifold setup, and then here, this is some crazy stuff we got to work because we currently have a Chase Bay tucked radiator. And with this whole setup, I mean, it's such a tight fit. Like, I mean, that's within millimeters, you know. So luckily, we were able to get that upright and fitting nice. We actually had to weld a little elbow to the throttle body to make this radius have a real nice vibrant clamp. I forgot, there's like HD clamps, I think. Tile blow-off valve in purple, of course. Baller status. When that goes in, you know, custom intercooler piping. We have our nice Mishimoto 4-inch core intercooler. Really nice custom brackets, as you guys can see, holding them up top, and then we have two big old bars on the bottom. What else did we do? Oh yeah, I just did this the other day. I thought this was kind of nice. Drilled some holes in the actual body of the car, and then fed my oil cooler lines through them. And then we got a nice little grommet, which I just put in for both of them. So that's really neat and tidy. I'm loving that. The oil cooler is going to kind of go in this area here. I just set up our fans so that they're both going to be running off the ECU, so essentially Got the ground wire on the side of the chassis, and then the power wires going into the ECU, so that's pretty awesome. As you guys can see, I mean, it's super clean. There's really not much we see. The only thing that we will be seeing is the wire for the TPS. We have our idle air control valve down here. Up here is our coolant temp sensor, and also there's our gauge reading sensor just under there. You can't really see it. And also we have our AIT sensor. This bit of wiring here for our Ross Performance cam trigger wheel. Really nice setup. Really legit. Have our wiring. I went ahead and put a little clamp on here. This I still have to go ahead and connect. This is just essentially the return line for our coolant, which is going to go ahead and feed into one of these lines here on the intake manifold. Hot side, really awesome Cinco manifold. Beautiful. Shout out to New Zealand. Garrett turbo, obviously just a gem. This is the GTX 3584 RS. 3.5-inch downpipe goes into 4-inch straight pipe exhaust, all custom work done by Ross. This is just straight up candy, bro. We have a 60mm wastegate with a custom dump tube. If you guys would have been following the previous videos, you guys would probably see all of the pipage up close. And we hop underneath the car. It's a whole lot easier, so just go ahead and check that stuff out. I'm really happy we were able to get the housing mounted in this orientation. Did some really awesome trickery, wizardry, got it fitting up really nice, and then obviously our paint job that I did, looking killer as always. But yeah, man. Oh, then obviously the other day I just made some catch can lines. Oh, also check out that super clean custom catch can made up. Bolts into like actually a little factory spot on the firewall. Really killer. Went ahead and did these 12 AN lines, and then for this guy here, because of hood clearance issues, we had to go ahead and put them on the side of the breather, or valve cover, excuse me. So we had the room. This one was good, fit up pretty nice, but these are like the first. This is like the first time of an AN line, maybe not the first, but that I never even marked them up. Like, these are perfect. Really pumped about that. Oh, also, big thing I did is our fuse box harness. This was routed inside, I don't know if you guys remember, but it ran all along here, and then it was kind of a bunch of cluttered up down here. But what I did was, I took it all out. I took it all out again, and then essentially, I rerouted it. So instead of coming through this hole here, I took it outside on the outside, and it's running underneath the headlight, and it just kind of goes down there, down there. I'm deciding if I want to bring it up and hang it up top, but then I feel like I'm going to be losing kind of like more so open radiator space, and I want that airflow. And down here it's not too big of a deal because it has to pass through the intercooler regardless, but up here it's nice free room. So we'll kind of see. You're not going to see all this regardless because we're having a really nice custom carbon fiber plate made that you guys have seen in my car. But there's a little special touch to this one, so you guys do not want to miss it. So yeah, we have that all routed up, going on the outside, same thing in here, and then it comes back into the car. So there's really hardly any wires visible, which is awesome. What is this? So yeah, I mean, it's super clean in here, super clean in there, no wires to be seen. I have to go take that tape off. We are running an oil head drain that's feeding back into the oil pan. And then as far as like power distribution, because our battery is relocated, we have a nice little distribution block down there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you guys. Kinda, sorta. And then right there is our Haltech 4-bar map sensor. I will go ahead and try and kind of bundle up these wires and make it look all nice. We're not complete. We're just going over what we got so far. I brought the power wire through a spot in the firewall down here, so you cannot see it, barely, and it comes in, feeds the distribution block, and that feeds the starter and the fuse box. So super clean. The only thing I'm not too stoked about is this right here. Like, this literally is for nothing because this is a Zenki wiper motor plug, and we have a KOUKI one. They supply both, so it's okay. So she's just kind of be chilling there for now. We have our nice Aeromotive fuel pressure regulator, but I mean, guys, it's so clean down there. There's really not much clutter, if at all. I'm really happy about it. I spent a lot of time making sure everything was clean under the intake manifold. If you guys want to go ahead and check out the whole build process, from ripping out the RB25, which is now currently torn apart in our garage, to the point where it is now, man, go ahead and check out the build series. I have a whole playlist. You guys do not want to miss it, man. It's an awesome, proper build. So yeah. Now the engine harness, again, I semi-tucked it, comes in through the firewall, and then goes underneath our intake manifold. So as you guys can see, our fuel injectors, you can't even see. All you see is the connector, and the harness just dives straight down. So there's no wiring visible. A little bit here, which I'm gonna go ahead and mess with a little bit, but nothing that's gonna be an eyesore or anything like that. So it's super, super clean. Like I can't stress how clean this setup is. For those that are wondering how we mounted this motor in the engine bay, we're actually running an R33 cross member, I believe, and there's Psycho mounts. So pretty cool. It works. However, the only thing is, it's so tight. Like they've never tried this with a 30, an RB30, and the reason is, I mean, the block of a 30 is an inch taller. Look at how high that valve cover sits over the radiator support. Now check this out. Hop in my car here. Look at how low this sits. Now, if you guys are new and miss any part of my build, check this out. This is awesome. But for real though, check how low mine sits. We're level with the rad support. Look at how low that is. And then we come over here. We see pretty much all the cam angle sensor. You know what I'm saying? But ooh, look at that. Look at that snail over there. Nice little KOUKI. Ooh, could be a thumbnail right there. And then we go into turbo lines. We have a 4AN oil feed line with a restrictor. For this turbo, guys, this is a dual ball bearing GTX Gen 2. They do recommend a .035 restrictor for it, so that's what we got in it. Wideband is bunged in down there. Perfect distance from the turbo, and then also, I mean, there's really not much room with the steering rack and everything down there, especially with a 3.5-inch downpipe and a 16mm wastegate dump. So we have a nice little bracketry holding the downpipe. Have a flex pipe down there just under the O2 or the wideband. You can kind of see it. And if you guys missed this, 4-inch hater pipe. This car is gonna sound. This car is gonna sound mad, dude. I mean, look at this. Like, look at that, bro. That's nuts. For real, though. Oh, this is like driveway goals right here. Sorry, 300. I still love you. I wish you were in the mix, but these two right here, that's good. Next up, after all the stuff is buttoned up, we have to go ahead and clean up the inside. But as you guys can see, I have our battery hooked up. The way we had this right now, I gotta mount our little breaker. If when I flip this up, this will give power to everything, and then pushing this will actually kind of close it, and you won't get power to anything. Now this wire right here is the power for our little relay panel for our surge tank. We have a dual fuel pump setup. If you guys want to check that video out, again, it's there. Here it is. We got to get our little plate because we're going to get a little powder coat on it, make it look really nice. And then we have our little surge tank by Radium fuel filter, Haltech fuel, flex fuel sensor, all wired up, good to go. This will all come together really nice once we have everything kind of put back together. But obviously I made and ran all these AN lines. If you guys can see, grommets on every hole. So, oh, besides that one, we gotta put one in. You know, if I'm building something, I gotta be able to say that, like, confidently, that if someone asks, like, hey, who did the work? Like, it was me. Like, I want everyone to know that it was me. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of one of those things, I don't want crappy work. So, at least not under my name, especially when it's something like this. Like, this is serious. So, we wanna make sure we take it seriously, you know? By the way, Haltech Elite for an ECU. I mean, obviously we're going to Haltech, you know what I mean? So all AN lines running everywhere. I mean, I put them everywhere, all underneath the car. We have to replace all the hard lines with AN because E85 will kind of eat through and corrode through those lines, and you don't want that. So E85 friendly lines, you're good to go. Oh. Okay, we have power. The windows work. Yeah. Alright, that's all I needed to do. Cool. Well, the KOUKI has power for the first time since like February, so that's always good. Alright, sweet. Also, by the way, guys, if you're not familiar with these flush cutters, man, for zip ties. You ever guys have just rummaged somewhere and cut the hell out of your hand because of a sharp end on a zip tie? Not anymore. Check this out. So we get in here. Hang on. We got our zip tie end here. Get our flush cutters. Bada beam. Check this out. I mean, this is like, there's nothing there. It's incredible. Harbor Freight, bro. $3. And then check this out. So it's awesome. The KOUKI's on power. We got juice. And then we want to turn it off. She off. Seeing these two together, man. I got my old lens on right now. I was just taking some pictures. Man, that right there is it's just a really good couple. Hopefully you guys first off are stoked that the KOUKI is back in our hands. This makes it a whole lot easier to get stuff done as opposed to having it in another shop. We don't have really any of our tools. It was kind of hard because usually I would get a lot of stuff that I thought about bringing from the last visit of working on it. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm gonna get a lot of stuff done, I'm gonna work on it, and then you get there and then it's like, well, I don't have this little bolt or this little, you know, specific hose or fitting, whatever, and then that basically doesn't allow you to do anything that you initially planned on doing. So if you guys have built cars, let alone to this extent, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, man. So many things that are just off guard that you do not think about or that just pop out of nowhere that you didn't even expect. I'm doing the best I can right now to kind of get everything organized and make everything happen. However, now I can actually make content on this car again, so it's gonna be a whole lot easier. So make sure you guys tune back in for the next one. A lot of stuff is going down now. This thing is gonna be firing up very, very soon. Next video, we're gonna be buttoning it up and finishing the process, start cleaning it up, filling with fluids, and who knows, man, maybe even start giving it the first crank. We'll see what she does. Thank you to anyone who's still watching, man. This video might be short, maybe not. Whenever I say that, it's usually like 20 minutes long, so I never usually say that anymore. But if you guys have ordered a sticker, they're coming. There should be here at my door very, very soon, within the next week or so, and after that, I'll ship them all to your guys' door. So if you guys would still like to be a legend and pre-order one, there's gonna be a limited run of 100. Now, if I get way more than 100 orders, then obviously sure, but as of right now, we're super, super good. We don't even have anywhere near to 100, so go ahead and grab one if you guys would like. Pre-orders starting, well, are available now. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, all down below, guys. Make sure you guys go follow me. Instagram is where you guys see, and Twitter is where you guys see pretty much everything way before YouTube does. So go ahead and check those links out at Kalvin Malli. Super, super easy to find. But I'm out. I'm gonna make some dinner. I'm gonna clean up, and we'll start again tomorrow. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully tomorrow, fingers crossed. If not, the day after, 2 p.m. Eastern, maybe a little bit earlier. Notifications on. I'll see you guys later. Peace.